Now then everyone, how you doing? For those of you who wondered why I upgraded my old Scott Genius so much, it was for this reason, because I was always going to buy frame only, and the frame I bought is an Ibis Ripmo V2 in Star Destroyer grey. So you recognise all the parts: stem, bars, forks, wheels, dropper, cranks, cassette, all transplanted from the Scott. The only thing what hasn't come from the Scott is the rear shock, the X2, which came with the frame, and the tyres. I've always been a big fan of the tan walls, and I thought this coloured frame goes really well with the tan. Not to everyone's taste, but I really like them. That's all what matters. So for the tyre choice, I've gone for Schwalbe Big Betty on the back in Super Gravity, soft compound, and for the front, Schwalbe Magic Mary, also Super Gravity in soft. Right, this is the first proper ride out now. Let's see how we get on. So before we set off, I'm just going to fit my new Ibis Ripmo pork chop. It's an Ibis bag, strapless. What you do with it is that bit there, you just push up into that and then clip that there, like that. Beautiful. And I've got everything in here: Sawyer, water filter, inner tube, all my tools that I need for trailside repairs, everything. So I am now fully backpack free. I won't ever use a backpack again. So straight away I can feel how slack it is, the front end, and how steep the seat tube angle is. I'm sat in such a nice position on the bike. To say it's such a lightweight bike, or frame should I say, it's feeling quite heavy with these gnarly tyres I've gone for. Each tyre weighs 1.4 kilograms. But this is just my winter setup. As soon as we come out of winter, I'll put the hands damps on, front and rear, probably in Super Trail compound, which I think they weigh 900 gram. So looking down at this rear shock, there's very little movement for it. So it's a nice pedally bike going uphill. Look, it's barely moving. Right, our first pedally downhilly section, section 13. See how she goes. I can feel this slack front end, very stable, which I'm actually very pleased about, because this bike is designed around the 44mm offset fork, and I've got the 51 offset fork on this. I was a bit worried it wouldn't work. Seems alright. Yeah, I feel at home on it straight away actually. a lot longer reach on this bike. The Scott was 470. That's an XL. This is an XL and it's 500. I can tell a better test for this 51mm offset fork on Bone Shaker. It's a bit steeper, a bit more natural and rooty. This is nice. Lovely grip from these tyres. They might be a bit draggy. Very confidence inspiring. Yeah, that was good. Bike felt very stiff. I think I could soften it a little bit. Right, onto Special K. Taking a click off the shock. It actually feels a lot better. Oh. Now I've switched the tyres from 2.6 to 2.4, so I'm just experimenting with the tyre pressures again, trying to learn what's best for me. I've got 25 psi in the rear and I'm sliding around all over the place. So I'll get to the end of here and I'll take a psi out. Maybe on the front as well. I've got 22 in the front. Oh, I'm not having any problems with the front end. Right. Right, let's drop into this one. Rear end feels better with just 1 psi, it's crazy. See what this bike pedal's nice, stood up. So I'm hoping these tyres scrub in a little bit. I'm hoping they get a bit faster. I'm used to running a hands damp on the rear, which is quite a nice do-it-all fast-ish rolling tyre. So let me show you what the Big Betty looks like. It's very similar to a DHR2, but it is ramped on every single block. and it is a rear specific tyre. I won't be putting it on front, so I don't know, maybe it rolls with those ramped knobs, maybe it rolls like the hands damp. It's just that these tyres are so heavy, 1.4 kilograms super gravity, but the Morrow's puncture proof, aren't they? And you know what, I've been running Swalby now for a year and a half and I've not had one puncture yet, not one. Right, Pike's Teeth, one of my favourites here at Hamsterley. There's some roots here at the top and it opens up into more bike parky. Yes. Nice little descent now down to the river. Quite rough down here, so this will be quite a good test for the high-speed compression on this rear shock. Jesus, I can't feel a thing. Oh my god, it just... Wow. Oh my god, so much nicer than the Scott. That certainly ripped down there with the Ripmo. That was effortless. Oh, I think the shock's set up already. That didn't take much, did it? So that's quite bumpy down there, and that was perfect. On the climbs, there's no bob. Brilliant. That is why I wanted the Ripmo, for its climbing abilities and its descending abilities, and the bike you can spend the day on big rides. Right, so I'm out of water. I've got no backpack, no water reservoir. So what am I going to do? Oh, let's get my Sawyer out and the bag. So this is how it works. Fill up the bag on many water sources throughout your ride. We live in the UK, the wettest country on the planet virtually. There's water everywhere. So screw on the Sawyer filter, pull that open, and you can drink straight out of there if you want. Or just refill your water bottle. Squeeze the water out of the bag through the filter, and the filter will filter 99.9999% of all water bacteria. So basically you've got as much water as you can drink without the weight penalty of a big 3 litre reservoir what weighs 3 kilograms just with the water. I've got this, which just goes into there. Fantastic. Right, there we go, get it folded up. Back in the bag with the filter. Let's go. Let me tell you what, It's so much nicer riding without a backpack. It's liberating. All that weight jumping around on your back. The only good thing about them is they offer a bit of protection. Oh, it's a really nice climb, is this? Up onto Route 66. Power up here. Oh. Right, let's go. I like this bit. A lot more comfortable stood up on this bike. I feel like the handlebars are in front of me and not under me, like with the Scott. It's a nice comfortable bike to descend on as well as climb on. Nice. It's slick in here today. Whew. Keep going. Yes. Whew. Right, next up, Poultry's Nest Blast. This is a little trail before we hit K-Line. Get over how well this bike pedals. Stood up. Right, now we're on K-Line. See what she can do. Oh, those berms felt nice. Lovely. Right, next up is transmission. Nice flowy one, this. Oh, loving this. Yes. Over the moon with this bike. It is completely different to the Scott. Right, next up, a very fast accelerator. Oh, I love this trail. I'm going to try and get down it without braking. Thanks for that. That's very kind of because I'm on a fast one here. It feels quick anyway. Nearly at the bottom. I've run out of puff. I really need to work on my fitness. Right, brilliant. Right, that's it, we're done. Let's get back to it, van. It was a good first test for the Ripmo anyway. It's passed with flying colours. Absolutely loved riding it. The tyres are a little draggy, but I think that's more to do with the rotational weight. I think they're around 1.4 kilograms each. That's nearly 3 kilograms in weight just for the tyres. So I don't know yet. I might sacrifice a bit of grip for something a bit lighter rolling, like hands damp front and rear in Super Trail, which is the next carcass down from Super Gravity. Quite a big weight difference, so I'll have a think. So we've all been in this situation before. We just got back from a ride. Bike's filthy and we've got to get it into our cars and home. Luckily I've got a van, so it's a bit easier for me. So I thought I'd buy this thing, which is the Wurtz Hydro Shot. Comes with a hose with a filter on the end of it. The hose used to be quite long, I've cut it down. No need for it to be that long. Get the filter into there. And one of the good things about this, as well as it being so portable, is that it's a really nice pressure for your bike. It's not going to damage anything. Now I'd just put this bike straight in my van, and by the time I get home it's going to be dark, I'm going to be tired, and I know that I'd just put it straight in the garage and not even wash it. Maybe not on this bike with it being brand new, but the Scott, I would have just put it away and not even washed it. But now I can do it here. All the mud is wet, so it just comes straight off, look. Just pick this up, just walk around the bike with it. Right, that'll do, I think. And I've used half of that, look. That's all. So you could probably do your mate's bike as well. Nice easy bike to wash with the Invisi frame on it. Give the chain a dry. And there she goes, ready for another ride. Right, thanks for watching the first ride on my new bike. See you on the next ride.